How's it going, everybody? I realized it's Friday and I didn't post a video yet, so I'm going to try to make this one real quick and see how it turns out. Not really anything new to update with you guys, but I'm back with all the cars. I just need to work on my stock figure 8 car. I have not touched it. I need to fix some steering. A tie rod end needs to be adjusted. Power steering needs to be figured out, and then get all my safety equipment finished in there. But we're going to talk about this car instead. I had a buddy of mine that he bought a car, was going to run it, ran it for a little bit, and was like running around his property, having fun with it, was beating on it, making sure it was good. And all of a sudden it was getting hot, so he went and pulled it back into his shop and it locked up on him. Long story short, the head gasket was already blown. He didn't know it because he had just bought the car and brought it home. And he had no water in the block and it blew a hole in the block. So he was looking for another car, so I said screw it, gave him this one. Well, as you see, it's here. I knew the cradle was bad, but I didn't know how bad. I thought it was maybe fixable, and turns out it is definitely not fixable. So this car will need a cradle put into it in order for it to even be ran. So either this one will end up being sold as is to somebody that really wants it and needs it to put a cradle in, or I will eventually put my own cradle into it. I haven't looked at it since. Yeah, he did leave his chains in here, so I'm going to get those to him at some point. He needed them for his car and left them in there on accident. But what I'm going to talk about is an idea that I have, and I've seen some people kind of do it, and I want to put my own little spin on it. So for these stock class cars, we're really not allowed to do a whole lot to them. Like adding to them and whatnot. You know, you can do your cage and whatnot, but they don't want you to beef up a bunch of stuff. There's nothing in the rule that says you can't crease it. There's nothing in the rule that says you can't modify the back end to make it bend how you want or do what you want. So I have a plan to remove bumper and all that stuff, because you don't need the bumper on this. Notch the frame, bend it upwards, so that the rear bumper pretty much would be in here. Bend these corners inwards as much as I can, and either not use the trunk at all or take the trunk and somehow modify the trunk to make it so the ass end is like here, like you would a mod car. So the trunk pretty much is going to be my flat plate, which shortens this car by, let's say, a foot. And that's one less foot that I'm going to be able to be getting hit in the corners. Usually, with how we run our tracks, you're going to get this side beat in pretty good, and usually people will hit roughly right here. I could show it on the mod car, or the other stock car, because it's already pre-ran, but pretty much this whole side is beat in. Well, if I take, roughly that much off of it and pull this in, that's less of a chance that somebody's going to hit me. And this is now bending how I want it to, and I can, like, it's already bent inwards, and it should be pretty solid. So I'm curious on if that is a good idea or not. I think it'll work. I just need to find a car that I don't care about, which this would be one of them, and play with it. See if I can modify it good enough and play with it, and then find a cradle for this one and run it. As of right now, like I said, I have one mod car already, and I think currently 8 Cavaliers. I've got my count figured out. The one is going because it's going to be a circle track. The motor and trans is for a circle track car, so who cares? This gold one back there, I need to put a motor into it, I think, or look into that before I do anything else with it. It's just going to be a flip car. I plan on selling it. Let me look at something real quick. I think these are aluminum rims, and if they are, which they are, if they're 15s, I might make these into some rims and tires that I need. If they are 15. What are you? 2019 tire. These are 15s. These are probably going to be my new rims that I'm going to put on my cars. I got some rally tires finally, and I think I just found my rally tires rims that I'm going to put for rallies. I know they're pretty solid, rims and they don't break. These ones break eventually. I think I just found them, so perfect. I didn't even realize I had them. And I'll just swap on some stock ones when I get ready to sell that car. Speaking of, I was saying mod car, I have one more mod car build in me before I retire from doing mod. Because that's my plan, is I'm going to swap. I'll use that mod car, build one more that I like. That is going to be the one that I want. Because this one, there's just some stuff I didn't want. Like it didn't work how I wanted. And it's an old build. So I'm going to still race this one probably next year a little bit more. But I'm going to use these stock cars up. And I think I've decided for now, this is probably going to be the new mod car. The passenger side's fairly clean. The driver's side isn't. I don't remember what the frame looks like, or the K-frame or subframe in the front. But regardless, I don't care. And the motor that's in this one is fine, but there's a bunch of parts robbed out of it. So I might just continue to rob parts for other things. And I don't know. I'm just kind of looking at a few different options. But currently, I think that's what the plan is for this one. So it's not really going to get touched. For now, anyways. I plan on building mod car. One more mod out of it, but all these stock cars I want to build. So that one is going to get fixed eventually and flipped. Hopefully if I can get the head figured out, because it's got a cylinder 3. I think it's got antifreeze in it. So maybe I'll throw another head on it if I have to. Or replace the whole motor, which I don't want to, but I might. But if I replace the whole motor, it'll probably be this one. Because the motor in this, I know it's an older 97, so it should still work. But I can't, the way this motor runs and the way it works, like looks, it's got like 200 some thousand on the car. But this motor, it's new. I know it's new. I don't know the mileage, but you can't tell me that's a newer, not newer motor. They painted it black. It's black. I want to look at the casting or whatever on it, but everything's super clean on it. And the rest of the car is not. So I'm pretty certain this is a newer motor in this car. And the other car over there has like 100,000 miles on it. So I think that's what I want to do. Or what might happen is the car that's in my mod car might go into that car because they're roughly the same miles, even though the motor's been kind of worn out a little bit because they're the same. I don't know. I'm gonna play with some stuff, but anyways, the main purpose of the video was for the ass end to be figured out and kind of play with that idea. But as of right now, I'm gonna gut all these cars, at least these 3, and then the Sunfire too. I need to look at that Sunfire. I've had it the longest and it's sat the longest, so I gotta play with that. This Cobalt over here is supposed to be sold. A buddy of mine just hasn't come out and looked at it yet to buy it. He said he wants it regardless, so we just gotta figure something out. But either way, that's way over there. I'm not gonna walk, but Cobalt, UPP, who cares? It's just full of parts. But yeah, sorry for not a great update of things. Quick, simple little thing, but trying to get more content up there. I've gotten at least a couple more subscribers in the past couple weeks, which is really cool. So I'm starting to, this weekly posting, sometimes more than that. It's whatever the algorithm crap is, I don't know. But I want to try to get up there more. I'm trying to still do this while I can, even though I'm not very, I don't have much time. Like literally both kids are asleep right now, and I should be doing other things, but I didn't post a video yet, so I wanted to do that for you guys. So as far as everything else, truck is, I guess, pretty much sold. I was gonna derby it, then decided not to. I was gonna use the motor and trans for a future project that I don't even have. And a buddy, I think, made an offer if he is serious, and I will take that said offer, and that truck might be sold. I'm hoping. As you see, if you didn't see in the previous video, here's some parts left over from the Cobalt. Oop. Cobalt sold. And actually, the kid that's running it was sold to a friend of mine who sold it to a youth driver. And that kid's been winning races with it since, so they fixed it. Which I knew it was fixable, I just didn't want to anymore. I was tired of the car. And then there's the stock car for now. I got the belts and stuff in. I just need to tighten some stuff down, figure out my battery cables a little bit better and just tidy some stuff up, and then the steering is part of my issue. But runs, drives, brakes work perfect, e-brake works, so we're there. Just gotta tidy things up. As far as the paint job, it's probably gonna stay exactly how it is. I got a roof sign, so whatever. So sorry, I don't have a whole lot for you guys, but there's a little update for pretty much every car that I currently have. So see you on the next video.